Hi, little boot review today. If you watch my channel, if you follow my channel, you've seen that I'm quite into the American mock toe and workwear look. I've had a pair of Red Wings over the last year or so. I've also got some Thorogoods which are great as well. So I go on Instagram, have a look at what else is available on the market, and these guys really caught my attention. They're a company called Golden Fox, and in the UK I haven't come across these before. Saw them on Instagram, looked like a nice boot, but what really attracted my attention was the price point. So these boots are available for around about $100. They do ship worldwide. I don't think they've got a European distributor currently, but yeah, they do ship worldwide and for a reasonable amount of money, about $30 I think. So I was really keen to see what was on offer for what was effectively probably 50%, if not sort of towards a third of the price of the competition. So I ordered a pair, and here they are. So this is an initial sort of unboxing review. So let's just open them up. Pop them out here. Move the box to one side. Now the inside of the box here, there, it does talk about the brand, 40 years craftsmanship, and sort of being in trade. Now, having looked on the website, it looks like this company is based in Ontario in the US. It sounds like they've been around about 40 years. Initially starting out as Alp boots in 1970, before they became Golden Foxes as they are now in 1988. So the website says that their aim, rather than the sort of the fashion direction that some companies have taken these days, was all about serving the workers in creating sort of useful workwear boots. So that's what they're about as a company. Now, taking a look at the boots themselves, I'll look at this one which doesn't have the hang tags on it. They're a nice sort of supple, sort of shiny oiled leather. In the traditional style, you've got the stitching around the toe area, and this sort of triple stitching along substantial parts of the sides. It's what's called a triple welt construction, so the welt returns up the side of the boot here. It's resolable because you can basically take the sole off and adhere, glue another sole on. One of the main issues here, or the main differences rather, is that the welt is a pre-formed sort of rubber rather than the leather you'll see in some boots. That's no problem, I've had it before, very hard wearing. The only issue I'd say is make sure you get your width fitting right, because if you as you break in the boot, if your foot rolls over the side there, that's quite unforgiving. Having said that, these boots are very generously sized width-wise and indeed in length. Actually, these are the only boots I've ever downsized on, so the advice from Golden Fox was genuinely do downsize half a size. So I've gone down to 7.5 UK on these. Previously, Red Wings, everything like that, I always stick with my normal size 8. So these are a true size down situation. I'd strongly recommend that. Another interesting feature is a little rivet here, which adds strength to the construction. Not a feature that I've seen on many boots recently, but yeah, quite a nice little feature there. We'll zoom in for some close-ups in a minute, but little rivet there. As I say, nicely formed mock toe there. The laces are your standard two-tone laces, and the system here is a 2-speed hook lacing system, and I've really been sort of turned on to speed hooks, having had them on the Thorogoods. It really does aid getting the boots on and off, because you always want to unlace the top couple to get your boot, or your foot, in and out rather. And the speed hooks really do allow that to happen very quickly and with great ease. Top eyelet there just basically holds everything nice and tight, so you can really put a bit of pressure on there. You can't quite get the same tightness off a hook, so that's quite a traditional or a standard way of sorting it out. But that's quite a nice lacing system. Padded tongue, nice and comfy, and it's lined inside, which is not always the way. And the lining in this particular case does help out both summer and winter, wicking sweat in the summer and keeping your feet a little bit more insulated in the winter. Up at the top here looks to be, well, certainly a nice soft leather, good amount of padding up at the top there, and I'd say that's probably, I'm guessing, a pigskin. Little loop at the back there, all stitched on nicely. Get the boot on nice and easy, but without hanging off too much off the back, which will snag your trousers all the time. It's a bit of a pain. I think it's a single density insole. Yeah, bit of extra comfort there. Obviously that's replaceable once worn. And the typical standard white Christie style sole there. Decent amount of grip, pretty lightweight, keeps the boot pretty lightweight there. And here it says, it's got little branding there, and it says it's oil resistant, acid resistant, non-marking, slip resistant comfort with a comfort insole. That's quite nice. Okay, so overall, for the price point, I'm pretty impressed with these. The leather's pretty nice and oily and supple. Certainly looks to be sort of similar to the Thorogoods in terms of it isn't incredibly rigid at the sides there, so it should break in pretty nice and easy. The toe cap, nice and firm, so that should keep its shape and keep it looking nice for some time. But yeah, as I say, for the price point, I'm pretty impressed. Obviously, sort of, if you're in the UK or if you're in Europe, you have to take into account shipping, but you know, for the price, I think, you know, that's pretty good. Certainly, even with shipping, they're coming in well under half the price of the equivalent or similar Red Wings. As I say, this company is really focusing on workwear rather than fashion. And I guess they kept their price point a bit lower because of that. Yeah, I think we'll come in for some close-ups and we'll wrap it up. Hope that's useful. Okay, coming in for a few close-ups here just to look at the detail. Let's say nice, supple, oiled leather. Good quality stitching. As I say, this is a pre-formed plastic welt. Still resoldable, although for the price point you may not feel so obliged to do it as if you'd spent sort of a couple of £100 or $250. Now it's nice not to be sort of in a situation where you have to resole your boots. As I say, these come in for a pretty exceptional price point, I think. One of the main differences, apart from a few changes in construction, is that they're not manufactured in the US. Obviously Golden Fox are a US company, but that's not where they're manufactured. However, as far as I'm aware, the manufacture techniques are not that different from what you might see in some of the big brands. Nice little bit of branding up the top there on the padded tongue. And say, lined inside. These are an 8.5, or US 8.5, so that's a 7.5 for me. I must say that the sole feels a little bit lighter in weight than some others, or maybe the whole construction does. Certainly a nice comfortable boot as far as I can tell. So as I say, I hope that's useful. If you like my channel, please like and subscribe. If you're into boots like I am, if you're into EDC kit, please take a look at my channel. And really for these, I think it's a case of getting them on, seeing how they wear, and I'll sort of report back shortly on the break-in and maybe do a 6-month review to look at how they've worn over that period. Okay, hope that's useful. Thank you much. Bye bye.